It's good. Obviously, the first time around, I'd signed in the first year, the initial year, with Zamalek from Egypt. Obviously, I know they have a great tradition, Egyptian basketball, especially being a powerhouse in Africa. So I was excited the opportunity. Obviously, I was gutted when I found out COVID. They were postponing the league and not happening. And then, yeah, I knew from the initial stages that it was something that I wanted to be a part of. Obviously, having the passport, Ghanaian passport through my father, I knew I would have the opportunity to play. Obviously, at my age, I knew if I did play, I would have a few years before I decided to retire, being able to play in the tournament. So it was an exciting opportunity. Obviously, it didn't come to fruition. And then on the back end of it, I've had a few injuries and stuff like that. I had surgery 2021. So I hadn't played basketball in a couple of years. And after being cleared, Christmas just gone. A few opportunities came up in Europe and in other places in the Middle East and stuff. But I kind of still had an eye on what was going on with the ball and wanted to be a part of it. So I kind of just waited. And then this opportunity with Dwan came up. And yeah, it's a perfect situation. Obviously, they've got some experience with guys like Chris Crawford and stuff and the team and that had signed. And then the
Stoglin
opportunity
and
came
all.
up.
Yeah, Stoglin.
Yeah, and I felt like it was going to be a good situation for me. Obviously, again, I said I'd played a couple years, or I had stepped away from the game for a couple of years because of surgery and rehab. But I felt like this was a really good platform, a really good place where obviously I could let people know that I'm healthy again, I'm playing again, and I know people are watching it all over the world, not just in Africa. I was just prepping. We got like 6 weeks, maybe a month and a half before we'd have to go to Kigali. So I've decided to stay. So I'm going to be in Dakar for the next month and a half. Um, Again, for me, it's just once you take such a long time away from the game, it's adjusting to pace and speed and everything. Obviously, we're in Africa; we have the best athletes in the world, so the game's a lot faster than other countries and other leagues I played in. So it's just adjusting to that. But I feel like these 5 games weren't the best of me, but it's a way of me getting kind of my feet wet and get back into playing again. Obviously, statistically, it's not like the numbers that I would usually expect when I play basketball, but as long as I was out there to help my team win games, that's what is obviously most important. And I knew in speaking with coach and the general manager before coming here, I knew a big goal was to make it to the final 8 and make it to the playoffs. And obviously, so a one game elimination from here on out. So obviously everything as a team, we're just going to prep to make sure we're ready. Obviously, we had a slow start, losing the first 2 games, and I think pretty much everybody counted us out. I heard some stuff in the media, guys talking about it doesn't matter who they sign. They just have not a jinx, but have something against the Senegalese team in the
Yeah.
tournament. But we kind of stay together in the locker room. We stay together. We're very close. The team's very cool. Domestic league, so we go out. We watch their games. But with myself, Chris Crawford, Stoglin, Michael Chirobia, like us coming in as professionals and guys that have played at different places at different levels and being able to come in and help them succeed. We tournament started and now we've hit our first goal. Our next goal is just everything in preparation for the team. We feel like we got a good group, a special group. If we made the final 8, people would probably thinking that's as far as we would go. Obviously, the Senegalese team hasn't made it to the final 4 or anything yet, so we want to be the group of guys that break through that. But we got a lot of high level pros that focus on winning. We don't mind who statistically is the best player on the night, as long as at the end of the day we finish with a W and a win, and we move on to the next round. That's what we all focused on. We get used to it. Me, I've been playing pro for 12 years, and if you look at my career, it's all over the place. It's been in Europe, it's been South America, it's been Middle East. So the language stuff is obviously something that you get used to. You get used to adjusting. I don't speak French, but I can understand a fair deal. So I'm okay navigating around, getting along with stuff. It's funny because I guess they're used to imports and guys not speaking the language and needing help with every little thing that they do. But myself, I kind of take pride in being able to adjust to my surroundings. So I'll find myself around my coach or my manager or my teammates who will ask me, "Oh, can you do this or can you pick this up?" or blah blah blah. And I'm like, "Oh no, I'm not even at home. I'm here doing this." And they're like, "How the hell did you even get there?" Being able to navigate, being in foreign countries and being comfortable. It would just depend on the infrastructure and everything that's going on. In the past, I played for Great Britain. Obviously, I was born in London. So I played for the Great Britain national team growing up when I was in college in the States and stuff and playing pro. My early days of playing pro, like I played for the Great Britain national team. I did actually inquire about, because I have my mother's actually Jamaican and my dad's Ghanaian. So I actually did inquire about playing potentially for one of the national teams, one of the other national teams. But they said I needed to be away from playing for the British national team for 4 years. And I haven't played for them since maybe 2017 or 2018. So if the opportunity came and obviously my name was called or they reached out to me to play, obviously I've got a few more years left in basketball. So if the opportunity came, I wouldn't say no. If the federation, the governing body, wanted me to come and help and be a part of it, it's something definitely I would love to do. I just think the main thing, Africa as a whole, but the main thing for me, I think, is infrastructure. I'm good friends with Pops Mensah Bonsu. I know he's doing a lot of things at home in Accra and camps and stuff to help the infrastructure, to help get things to the level that it should be. Everything's a process. It's not something that will happen overnight. Obviously, again, good friends with Luau Deng and everything that he's doing with South Sudan, but he had to take it upon himself to kind of get the infrastructure there. Now he's president of the Basketball Federation over there. Yes. He's able to kind of take over and do things how he would like it to be done and to get some good structure. I think Ghana, I feel like we have players and we have people, obviously, with Ghanaian descent playing all over the world, whether it be in Europe, whether it be in the States, whether it be even in London. So we have talent, but it's about kind of focusing that talent and getting it all in one place. I feel like if we have the right infrastructure, you have the right teams and we have the talent to be able to do well. But it's just about doing my part in terms of obviously now playing in the BAL, being able to see it on the floor, how everything is, how everything's run, how things, using my expertise in the places that I have been to know what would work and what could help grow the game in Accra, and Ghana as a whole, and just trying to do the little things. But it's going to be like a cumulative effort to be able to get it done. Like I said, Pops Mensah Bonsu is a good friend of mine, and I know all the things that he's doing with his Camp 100 and stuff that he does in the summer. But just to bring things there. But I know obviously I was born in London, but my parents actually live in Accra right now in Tenchi. So that's why, like I said, we're talking about visiting and me being able to come over. I have no issues. So it's funny because not a lot of people know that, but I actually went to high school as well with Isaiah, South Kent Prep School in Connecticut. So my relationship with him is not just college; it's prior to college. But real good friend of mine, very, very, very hard-nosed, very stubborn. But I feel like his height is the reason why he's stubborn. Like, he's always been told that he wouldn't make it, he wouldn't do this, he wouldn't do that. And he's one person that when you're on the court and when you're in between those lines, he expects the best from you because he knows he's going to give it everything he has. And that kind of resonates with his teammates, whatever level he's played at, whether it's high school, college, in the NBA. One thing people always tell you is that he's a great teammate. He brings the best out of his teammates, and he's a leader. And anything that he asks from you, he doesn't do himself. So all that mixed up together was him being able to do what he's done. Obviously, getting drafted with the 60th pick and people counting him out again. It's kind of like his story. He's always been the underdog, and obviously being 5'8", in a world of giants when it comes to basketball, like it's not expected. So that's just his mentality. He's driven to the max, and I feel like he's it's a testament to his mindset, mentally strong, and being able to overcome whatever barriers that's been put in front of him.